How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Silver Screen and Chill. My name is Matt.
I'm Daniel.
And I'm Ian.
And this week we're going to talk about the big movie of the week, 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Oh, man.
You know, produced by J.J. Abrams. It's a pretty good movie, am I right, guys?
Yeah, it's really good.
I thought it was a really good movie. One of the best movies I've seen in theaters in a long time.
Yeah, it was really surprising. I mean, I had decent expectations. I didn't want to overhype it for myself. But I went into it hoping it was going to be good, and, you know, I wasn't let down. It was really, really super fantastic.
Yeah, it was. And the great thing about the Cloverfield trailers, and from this movie and the last Cloverfield, is they try to do what all of us try to do, is not watch too many trailers going into the movie, so you don't know what to expect, and maybe things aren't ruined for you.
Well,
so
they kind of helped us that there was no trailers for this movie.
Yeah,
it came out of nowhere.
And by the way, the things you do actually see in the trailers are pretty much over at the beginning of the movie. So.
Yeah.
Really
I thought that was pretty cool.
Very vague.
They make you think, though, that, like, man, they showed us a lot into the movie, but no, they actually didn't.
They did not, no. And John Goodman he's always good in whatever role he plays. He plays a good, evil, creepy dude in this one.
Yeah, he was super creepy, socially awkward kind of guy. Are we going to talk spoilers in this one? Are we allowed to talk?
I think we have to, because it's such a secretive movie that anything we say is going to be a spoiler.
Yeah.
So, unless we're just kind of like, yeah, it was good. It was really good.
Go see it now.
Yeah, so we're going to have to talk about spoilers.
Okay, yeah.
And I've seen it already, so.
So, we've all seen it, right?
Yeah,
so,
we've all seen it.
It's really good, and John Goodman plays such a good role of being so creepy enough where you don't know if you want to believe him or not. Like, if he's telling the truth about the fact that no one's alive up on the surface, or that this is just his ploy to, like, prey on women and take them down to a bomb shelter and kind of just keep them hostage there. He does a really good job of just making him really uncomfortable, right? Like,
he does a really good job with that. And he does a really good job of playing the right crazy guy, as in, like, the guy that you would have never believed before when things were going right, but as soon as shit hits the fan, he was the guy that saw this coming. So that's why you kind of believe him, because he's so prepared for all this.
Yeah, he's a conspiracy theory guy.
Yeah.
So he's a doomsday prepper.
Yeah. He was right.
Yeah, it's one of those, what was I going to compare it to? Like his line in the movie where he's like, people have alarms and all that stuff, but when they go off, what do you do?
Yeah.
Nothing. He makes a lot of valid points, I think, which is why
you're able to
kind of follow him through it all. It was really interesting.
Up until that, up until the child abduction angle, I think he's pretty much, he's not really he is a kind of a bad guy, I guess, but you can kind of feel bad for him, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You kind of really feel, he was a really interesting character. He was really complex in a way, because I guess he thought he was doing good by saving these people, but he also kidnapped somebody? People?
Yeah, you don't know. I think it's kind of interesting that they kept, like, the truth behind that secretive in a way. It's like, they kind of tell you about it, but really, you'll still never know. You know, it's never like they got him in a spot where he's like, all right, you found me out, let me explain to you my plot, or what I do.
You get a good idea of what his life was like before this, but there's still so many questions about him personally as a character.
My personal theory going through it was what he would do, especially because there's the part where she finds the help written in the window and the bloody earring. I thought what his deal was is that he would prey on women, hurt them in some way, take them to the shelter, and then say, the world ended, it's just me and you, you know, kind of play that creepy angle where the last two people on Earth. And then I think that's why it ends up weird when Emmett comes in, because, you know, Emmett tells them that he fought. Emmett's the only one telling the truth in this, you know. So he's like, he fought his way in, so I guess John Goodman let him in to help him, like, back up his story.
Well, yeah, he said he saw the blast or whatever like that.
Yeah, he was the only one that really brought John Goodman some actual credibility, because if you might not believe him,
and, you know,
just one guy.
If the movie wasn't called Cloverfield, we might have thought a lot of the time of the movie, at least me, I would have thought a lot of the time that it was a fake, it was a hoax. But since it was called Cloverfield, I already had seen the movie, the first one, so I already kind of knew, okay, well, I guess that's kind of how it ties in together.
And I know these are getting really positive reviews, but I think the thing with people that don't like this movie was the worst thing that could have happened was it's called Cloverfield. Okay. Because a lot of this movie is just an escape, like, suspense movie. There's the aliens don't really come in until the end of the movie. And so that, if you're just wanting a big alien showdown, you kind of get it, but that's not the whole movie. The whole movie is about this whole thing developing in this bomb shelter.
Yeah, luckily, I don't think we really cared that there wasn't that many aliens in it.
I think shit.
I think in the last week's review, I said that I wouldn't be surprised if there was nothing to do with any of that, which I was a little surprised. It did kind of tie in.
Yeah.
Which I thought was awesome as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're almost getting like you're getting like more than one movie in this. You're getting a suspense movie. You're getting a sci-fi alien movie. You know, it's like you're getting a lot for what you pay for, which is great. Like you're just like, oh, it doesn't know what kind of movie it wants to be. No, it knows what movie it wants to be, but it's gonna take you there gradually, and it really does a really good job of like not keeping you bored. I didn't get bored for it being a movie that takes place in only like 3 rooms.
Yeah.
It was really easy to follow, and it kept me interested every time because it just kept you like, what's something gonna go wrong? You know, every time John Goodman did anything, even if it was something like nice, it's like there's something there.
Yeah.
Always tense.
Yeah.
It was a good way to make a sequel because the first Cloverfield, it is a found footage thing, and if you make one more movie of that with Cloverfield, then it's done. You know what I mean? Like it's run its course. That movie, the first Cloverfield, it's a good standalone movie. It's really good, but you could not expand upon that whole found footage.
Yeah, it did its thing.
Even with the ending, yeah, that's one thing I actually didn't like. I wasn't really thrilled with the ending. I thought it was kind of cheesy. I guess that she was like gonna go fight the aliens. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I didn't really like the ending too much personally, but everything else before that was really cool. And when I was telling him when we went to go see it the other day, I was saying if this movie wasn't called Cloverfield, you'd be so like, what the fuck is this movie? This movie's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? There's aliens and shit. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
It would have thrown you for a loop, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
And those aliens are crazy looking, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were pretty cool.
And I thought it was interesting that they didn't look like the. I'm guessing, I don't know how closely they're going to be connected then. It's because it didn't look like the Cloverfield monster, like that giant thing with like lungs on its head. It was more like just a giant opening that like would open up with teeth in it.
It's like a caterpillar / alien creature.
Yeah, or like a leech kind of deal.
I'm wondering if maybe the aliens just dropped off the first monster from the first movie and just kind of like did like a sweep real quick, like a quick sweep. You know what I mean? Like let's just let him go. He'll fuck shit up, and then we'll come in and
see that's what I was kind of hoping in my heart too. It's just like you don't make the same movie, but the other movies are happening around each other. Like because since that's happening in New York, this is happening in Louisiana. You can make another one happen like Minnesota.
Oh, okay. So you think
that would make sense? Yeah,
did a bunch of different.
Yeah, because what I heard is they want to do more of they want to have like a very loosely connected like Twilight Zone type of feel with their movie. So yeah, I really liked it. Yeah.
I like that it would be more than aliens. Because you know what's funny is, was that thing she saw at the end, was it a ship or was it a giant alien that could fly? Because it had like...
It had teeth.
It had armor like that. Yeah, it had teeth, and then it had like the... I guess whatever would be called its mouth or its nose that was like breathing. She could throw the Molotov in and...
Who knew? Maybe it was both. Who
knows?
So
it's like a ship or like a... And then that was obviously... It lets out that huge cloud, so obviously it's that thing that lets out the thing that's killing everybody.
Which is funny too, because John Goodman was right. I mean, and then when he even hears everything above ground, he's like, oh, that's not U.S. military.
Yeah.
And he was right about that too.
Yeah, he was right.
So for all creepiness involved, he was right.
Yeah. So it makes you kind of think maybe he knew more than like it led on to, because. I mean, he says he found out when he was driving, right? That was his story. He's unreliable.
He also said something like he knew it was coming. Like
so
it's like how did he know it was coming? But another thing that freaks me out is he was saying he works for satellites, so maybe like that they were able to find out
picked up something
or
like, oh, shit.
Or like at the end of the first Cloverfield movie, you know how they said when it shows like the clip of them on the Ferris wheel at the end that you see the thing fall. I don't know if it's the monster falling in the water or it's a satellite that fell and woke up the monster or something like that. So maybe that's kind of how it's loosely connected too. So like that's how he knew and got home and was really like ready, like okay, this is happening, and then I need a woman with me. I still feel like he was kind of a creep. I don't know if he was really had good intentions.
He's definitely.
It was hard to tell if he really still had good intentions of saving her and everybody else, and her and Emmett, or if he was just being a creep and looking out for himself.
Well, now that I'm thinking about it, he really just wanted a girl to bang because Emmett wasn't supposed to be there. Remember, he begged like his way to get in there. So
broke his arm to get in.
If you really think about it, he just wanted a woman in there, and he was even kind of stoked that he got to kill that guy.
And that's why he gets all pissed off when Emmett touches her hand.
Yeah.
and he doesn't like that they're like in cahoots. He hates it about.
And after he gives Emmett the Walter White bath.
Oh yeah, he dissolves his body in the acid. Or whatever
And then he noticed like after that he's like clean shaven.
Yeah, I remember I noticed that.
Clean shaven, gives her ice cream. And
Have some dessert before dinner. We're gonna change it up.
Yeah, it's like because we're how it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
is this the
like he's super like he takes the creepiness up to 11.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he definitely.
It's really like he gets. So it's hard to tell like if he really had good intentions or if not. Like he was just being.
I think he just worked
himself.
out for him.
You could be a creepy dude with good intentions, right? I mean, you could also.
I guess you could.
You could want something in return for it, but
look,
he did save her life.
Yeah. Nobody's black and white. There's always everybody's gray. You know what I mean? So maybe he did have good intentions.
I wonder if he actually had some better social skills on him. If this had worked out so much better.
Yeah.
Like if he just had a better way of like when she wakes up and he's just kind of like, use crutches, here's food. Ugh. If he was just kind of like awkward like that, if he was like, listen, I know how this looks, right? He's like, I'm gonna let you go. Like, here's the key. I feel like there was totally an easy way to approach that in the beginning instead of being so awkward where obviously she's gonna feel uncomfortable and not safe.
Especially in that creepy locked door.
Yeah, locked door.
Vault.
Blank walls, no windows, kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
If he were just to walk in and be like, hey, so here's a rundown. Sorry about this. I mean, I kind of helped you out. I mean, you're. I don't know if I'd say you're more than welcome to leave, but because he could totally screw you over it that way. But like, try and explain it as best as possible in as nice of a way, and be like, you can't leave. I'm sorry, like, but because for obvious reasons you can't leave because it's bad up there. Like, be totally nice about it. Not cryptic. Not like super creepy about it. Just eat, go.
But then there's no movie.
Yeah, there's that too.
It's also no movie, but I mean, if you want it to be realistic. But it's still. I like it. I actually want to see it again. It was really good.
I thought it was really good.
Hopefully, I'll pick up on more things if I were to see it.
I bet
again.
if you see it again, you'll pick up on a lot more things.
Yeah, I'd pay more attention.
Probably a little bit of Easter egg action.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Yeah, definitely.
There was a lot of like envelopes on the floor. It was like I know they purposely like took their time on some of them. Yeah. So I'm sure if you look at it, you'll be like, oh, that's from something. I don't know.
People love to do that now with Easter eggs.
Especially with J.J. Abrams. J.J. Abrams is good at like viral marketing and stuff like that. Like that's how Cloverfield got big. It had like a huge online thing.
Well, one of my friends I saw the movie with, when we saw it, if you notice when she first kind of goes out to the door and she looks out, and so this is when John Goodman's showing her the door, so everything's all good. If you look out the horizon, the cornfield and everything, it kind of looks like the Bad Robot logo. Without the robot, you know how it's like the field.
Oh yeah.
So there's that.
That's pretty cool.
There's mine. I stole it from someone. But he's not gonna watch it. So
great acting performances by all three of the actors.
I thought the director was really good. I forgot his name, but he hasn't done a whole lot of things.
Is it Dave or Dan Trachtenberg?
I think it's Dan.
Dan Trachtenberg. This is his first feature film. First.
It's a good film to start off with because it's very good. I was just telling them too this is a good way to keep things under wraps because it all took place in a house. You know what I mean? It's the best way to keep things really secretive.
One small set.
Yeah.
Well, it's cool. I listened to a podcast with where J.J. Abrams and that guy went on. And they talked about because JJ wasn't able to be on set a whole lot because he was filming Star Wars, but he was watching the dailies from the film on the Millennium Falcon, like the actual Millennium Falcon, and the guy said that it was like making him crap his pants. Like that's so awesome and
that's
so
really cool.
nerve-wracking.
That's cool.
Like
really cool.
that you're still watching my movie from the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah,
so I thought that was really cool.
That's cool. I remember like a good reason why it was under wraps is like. One, because like you said, it takes place in one spot, and I think they filmed it under the title like The Cellar. So, and because if you didn't know if it's a Cloverfield movie, it could totally if that movie was called The Cellar, it's like, oh, that makes sense.
There's a theory or like a rumor that this movie wasn't originally supposed to be a Cloverfield movie. It was like just some horror movie they kind of were gonna throw away, but they slapped Cloverfield on it. I don't know if I entirely believe that, but that's like a rumor people have said. I don't know if it's true though.
Maybe.
Hope not, because I was really excited for this movie and it was really cool that really kept it under wraps.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was something like how you said how Sunny Cloverfield was named after the exit.
Oh yeah.
And then you were like, well, just we don't have a title. It's just what if it was like the same
it
thing?
Fucking happened.
It's like we don't have a title again.
Cloverfield 10 Lane.
Cloverfield.
Tie it all in together.
All right, here's my check.
Did you guys catch the Left 4 Dead reference?
No. Grabbing pills?
No, it's okay. In the first Left 4 Dead, the first level you play is called Mercy Hospital, and on the radio he says, "We have survivors at Mercy Hospital." And I do not think that was an accident.
Oh, really?
Because J.J.
I didn't
Abrams
notice that.
is supposed to direct. He's supposed to do a Portal movie, and he's supposed to do, or not? Maybe it's not J.J. Abrams, but I know J.J. Abrams is supposed to do a Half-Life movie, and they're supposed to do a Portal movie, and that's all Valve, and so is Left 4 Dead.
Oh, that's
So
funny.
I heard Mercy Hospital, and I immediately thought, oh my god, is that
Wow, that's
Left 4
crazy.
Dead
I haven't
Hospital?
played Left 4 Dead in years.
Yeah.
That was I remember we played
Grabbing
Left 4 Dead.
pills.
Grabbing pills.
It's still a fun game.
Pills here.
That's still a fun game.
Yeah. So I mean,
That's one of those games that actually will never, like, you can always go back and play.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's just so mindless and fun.
but yeah, 10 Cloverfield Lane was definitely, one of the best movies to come out this year so far, right?
One of the best dancing sequences I've ever seen in a film.
By John Goodman.
Yeah, when they're all planning against him and he comes in, he starts shaking his ass.
Yeah,
And
and he's like, I want to listen to music.
he goes, problem solving gets me in a music mood.
They were really good at keep throwing you off shit. Like, you think it's fake, that bitch shows up and smashes her head into the glass. And then you find out and then they're kind of friends, and you're like, oh, John Goodman was right. He was a nice guy. And then you finally kidnapped someone.
Yeah, that's what it's like.
Throw a wrench in the plans.
When the woman showed up, though, I was still not trusting John Goodman. I was like, man, what I was thinking is, like, this is a big ploy by him. Like, she's an actress in makeup. He is really pulling out all the stops just so he can make it seem right, so he can keep her there. I was ready to, I was totally just not
Like I
trusting
said,
her
if
at
it
all.
wasn't called Cloverfield, I would have been okay. I would have totally believed it was a hoax. But since it was called Cloverfield, I figured that, or maybe, and I started thinking maybe like at the end of the movie, then all this shit will happen. So he was lying, but then something big did happen.
Yeah, that was insane. And it was kind of funny. Another thing that he lied about was he wasn't able to get the booze, but the booze was in his car, and that's what she was able to use to kill the alien.
Wait, say that again?
Because remember she grabs the booze at the beginning of the movie, and then and when he gives her all of her stuff, he goes, "Oh, this is all your stuff. I'm sorry I couldn't grab the booze. There wasn't enough time." But when she goes into his truck and when he's picked up by the ship and alien,
so he did grab it.
Her booze is there. Yeah, that's her booze. That's her scotch.
Oh shit! I didn't even pick that up.
I didn't pick
That's
that
really
up
cool.
either. That's really
And then she's able to. Hey, she uses her own booze to kill the alien.
I like that Easter egg better than I liked your other one.
Oh yeah.
So 10 Cloverfield Lane is definitely really good.
Were you gonna go for a...
Yeah.
He was gonna go for a Larry David hand clap, and he went... The fake
I forgot
head.
everyone can see what I'm doing.
I just looked. I noticed you go... No one itches their head like this.
Don't worry, you'll see what I was talking about at the end of the episode.
Okay.
Alright, so
That's
10 Cloverfield Lane. Hope you guys liked it. Let us know. So moving on, we're gonna talk trailers now, right?
Yeah.
Trailers. What are we starting with? Let's start with the big trailer this week. Why don't I even think about it? The Captain America: Civil War trailer. Now everyone knows for sure Spider-Man is in it. I mean, a lot of people thought about it, but it did surprise people. Like my brother was like, "Spider-Man's in this movie?" Because no one told me Spider-Man was in this movie. It's kind of a big spoiler, don't you think? I think for some people it could be. Yeah, it's a.
I thought it would have been, I mean, just from the beginning of when they acquired Spider-Man, if they just would have acquired him and not said anything and just thrown him into Civil War, that would have been kind of cool. But, like, who really gives a crap? I mean, it's cool that he's in there. I liked how his costume is very, like, totally original Spider-Man, like OG Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And I thought that's really cool. And the guy actually, James Gunn, who directed the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, he talks about how Tom Holland, the guy playing Spider-Man, is to Spider-Man as Robert Downey Jr. is to Iron Man. You know, like
he made that comparison
like
too.
he thought that he was that good as Spider-Man. So I'm excited to see it.
Yeah. What did you think, Ian?
I don't give a fuck about these movies anymore. I'm so over these fucking movies. There's about 10 of them. They're the same fucking movies. They're not bad. They're never, like, terrible. They're always just, like... I always think of it as, like, junk food or candy. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, when I'm hungry and you eat, like chocolate, and you're like, oh, that really didn't do anything for me, but I'm still hungry. Dude, I'm just so, like... I'm blown away how many fucking movies there are of these. And they're never, like...
This is supposed to be the longest
movies. Like, they're always, like, building up for the next movie. So.
Yeah, that's a good point. But I think I'm really excited for this. I like the Civil War storyline, even though I know it's not going to really follow the comic too much. But I'm excited for it. I love Spider-Man's look. I like that he's got his eyes kind of focused like camera lenses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, why was everyone tripping on that? That was, like, one of the big complaints I saw. Is everybody's like, his fucking eyes move. Like,
yeah, it's because he obviously has, like, a Tony Stark designed suit, and... It's like, hey,
is that what it's supposed to be?
Probably. Oh. I don't think Peter Parker could make that on his own. And he was like,
why not?
Tony, he's like 15. I think that's another thing is I think my only complaint about it is his voice sounds too young. I know that they want to make like a legit in high school Peter Parker, not a 25-year-old actor playing a 15-year-old. They want like a 15, 16-year-old kid being Peter Parker in high school, but it almost sounds like he's in middle school. His voice sounds really young. He's just like, hey, everyone. Like super young. If he sounds just a little bit older, especially because I think what makes it stand out is everyone else in the movie is an older adult. Mm-hmm. So their voices are like more defined, more deeper kind of tones to it. And then you have him who's, I guess he'll be a comedic relief for the movie, kind of. Like he'd be funnier. Peter Parker's kind of a witty character. So... But I mean, for him to have such a drastic comparison in voice, just like, hey everybody, like, kind of threw me off.
Yeah, I personally just thought it was kind of pointless that he even said anything at the end of the trailer. Like, hey, everyone was like, you made your appearance. I thought that was cool.
They just want to They just wanted you to make sure he wasn't a black Spider-Man.
I would rather it be.
I would be fine with black Spider-Man.
I was totally for Donald Glover. Cool. I was totally for Donald Glover being Spider-Man.
Yeah. And to make Ian even more excited about this movie, it's supposed to be the longest Marvel movie.
Damn, dude. Like I said, they're never like terrible. I think maybe Iron Man 2. Okay, the Iron Man 2 is fucking awful.
Iron Man 3 is awful.
I actually never saw it.
I like Iron Man 2 more than I like Iron Man 3.
The worst part about Iron Man 3 is they build you up and it's one of the coolest fucking bad guys, and then they just shit all over.
He was a Michael Myers joke when he came out. I was like, is he playing by Michael Myers? Like Michael Myers for a second? Because it's a fart joke. Like, no, don't. That's like a fat. If you were to take the Mandarin's line for when you find out he's not the Mandarin and replaced it with Mike Myers as Fat Bastard in an Austin Powers movie, it's the same feeling punchline. Like, wouldn't go in there for 5 minutes.
I think my biggest problem with these movies is they're not trying to be good movies. They're trying to be a good series. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're not trying to make good movies. Like, they're trying to make you go see the next movie, and then eventually they'll make a good movie, I think. Look, they're all decent. None of them are terrible. I've seen way fucking worse movies, and I'd probably rather watch a Marvel movie than some of the shitty movies I've watched. And then I'm starting to feel your pain with you know how Superman's your favorite superhero, and he just fucking just takes it every movie. It's just no movies are. The last one was alright. Last one was
the best one.
It's the best they could do.
I'm starting to, because Spider-Man's my favorite superhero, and ever since the Tobey Maguire one ended, it's just been not good. Those two forgettable movies. Okay, the first one wasn't that bad. The second one was the second Spider-Man was atrocious. That's the Amazing Spider-Man.
Well, he doesn't like the.
Yeah, he didn't like the other one.
We're not getting into that. That's where
everyone else likes it. It's going on YouTube.
I don't like having unpopular
watching
it.
No, I'm feeling, and then with this guy, it looks fine. It just looks like Spider-Man, but I just can tell it's not going to be as good as the other original. I like Tobey Maguire personally.
Personally, I thought he looked exactly like Spider-Man to me. And, you know, he looked like even the guy in the cartoon of the Spider-Man that I used to watch.
Yeah,
that made me love Spider-Man.
Yeah, a lot of people were pissed that they said he looked too much like the '60s Spider-Man, like from the cartoon.
That's like the old Spider-Man. Who cares?
No, I'm fine with it. But I'm saying a lot of people were like, nah.
That's what I'm saying. Like I was more talking at them
some people
in their space than you.
Yeah, some people are like, he doesn't have webs under his armpits. This isn't real.
It looks like he has web shooters though. He's got like the little canisters on his.
Cool.
I think that's awesome. That'll be cool.
But
yeah, and like I was saying about his voice, I don't think touching back on that real quick. I don't really care. Like, I know it kind of bugged me for like a second, but then again, that's one sound clip out of probably a lot more dialogue he's gonna have. So I'm sure once I hear it, my thought is gonna be stupid and irrelevant.
But like, also look at this. I mean, with Spider-Man, Spider-Man's a really cool superhero. He's the 2 seconds in the last part of the trailer. There's a whole other part of the trailer.
Yeah.
But he's so cool, and everyone loves Spider-Man so much that we're like, let's just talk about the last 2 seconds where he webs up Captain America's hands and takes his shield because he looks really cool with Captain America's shield.
I think they did a little bit of a disservice to themselves by just showing that. I think it would have been cooler as a surprise.
Yeah.
But I think they're trying to compete with
Batman
the neighbors.
Superman.
Yeah.
Well, it is kind of funny how Civil War is Captain America versus Iron Man, and then in this next movie with Batman versus Superman, it's Batman versus Superman.
I guarantee they plan that out. Like, they know. Like,
yeah, Hollywood's like that. They could do stuff like that.
But should we talk about anything else that was in the trailer so far? Anything else you guys like?
Dude, we haven't even talked anything about Iron Man or Captain. The two main characters.
Daniel just talked about it.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's cool. What I talked about with Matt on the way over here is one of the coolest things about the Civil War storyline is you look at Captain America and you would think he would be all about superheroes registering to the American government, but since he's American, he's like, nah, fuck that. We don't gotta do this. We're American. Like, we're better in our own hands, which I always think is really cool.
Wait, so why are they fighting exactly?
Because the government wants the superheroes to register to the government. So that you have to register your secret identity to the government.
Yeah, and like you kind of work under the government. You do it when the government tells you to.
And Captain America's like, nah, that ain't cool. And Tony Stark's like, it's the only way we can be safe about
Wait, he didn't give a fuck. He already told everybody who he is.
Yeah, that's why.
He got nothing to lose.
He's like, I'm a rich guy. I can defend myself. But that's another good point. What was I gonna say? Especially because Captain America learned about a big flaw in the government from the last movie, which I loved Captain America: Winter Soldier. It was really good, and he sees that the fact that you could totally have faith in the government, and I think that's what stopped him. He was the American guy, like, yeah, the government's always right, and then it's like, well, they're corrupt and they're Hydra, and it's like, oh, well, maybe just kind of look at yourself.
Take it easy.
So here's my next question. So when they finally team up again in the end, who are they gonna fight?
There's Crossbones, and then the bad guy is supposed to be Baron Zemo from the comics. So there's actually going to be a bad guy.
Baron Zemo is.
Well, he's a bad guy, and he's not
and
good.
They will team up and fight him at the end of the movie.
Yeah, they're friends. Stay tuned.
I just wish they look at it. The first Iron Man was a good movie. Do you know what I'm saying? It was a fully good movie. I just really wish they would make another good superhero movie like that. Just where it's not trying to build you up for anything else. It's just a movie you could stand on. I can still watch the standalone first Iron Man. I can still watch that by itself. But after that,
how about when Thor...
Actually, Ant-Man was good. Ant-Man was one of the movies that was a good
different
movie.
It was different. It was a heist movie. You hadn't seen that with the Marvel Universe yet.
Yeah.
But how about when Thor asked for another cup of coffee?
That was great too.
Another.
The
first one wasn't that bad. It was all right. The second one was.
Thor's not the coolest superhero.
I actually kind of preferred the second Thor, because my main complaint about the first one was that he spent not enough time in Asgard and way too much time on Earth. So it's like Asgard looked way more interesting, and then he's on Earth and powerless for a while. Whereas the second one, he's in Asgard for a while.
The bone that I had to pick with the first one was Natalie Portman wasn't naked in any of the movie.
That was a big problem. That was good.
That was on my check.
Yeah.
Is any other Avengers in this movie, or just Captain America? Because I just look like an Avengers trailer to me, but now that I think about it, I think it was only Iron Man and.
It's Captain America.
A lot. I think everyone's in it except for Hulk and Thor.
So the ones people actually care about.
You gotta
fuck with the other two.
The reason they said that they didn't put the Hulk in is because he was going to be too impossible. So whoever got the Hulk on their team would have won. You know. So
pretty much true, right?
That's why they just put him in the middle of the ocean.
I guess same with Thor too. Like Thor would.
Yeah, he's a god.
Yeah.
They could have fought each other. No, whatever.
Yeah. Another good part of the trailer is the Hawkman Ant-Man team up, where Hawkeye shoots the arrow and Ant-Man's on it and he flies through. And I like how they have. Yeah, I think it's Tony's Iron Man trying to catch him.
Yeah.
He just goes through his fingers. That's gonna be really cool. I'm glad to see more Paul Rudd as Ant-Man.
Yeah,
Like you said, Ant-Man was a really good
I love
That was a good movie.
I love Paul Rudd.
Maybe that's why I like Ant-Man. Paul Rudd.
And,
Everybody loves Paul Rudd.
It's hard to hate Paul Rudd. And I mean, this is kind of random, but it's something that Paul Rudd said before was when he was filming Clueless, no one knew who he was. And there was this reporter, he said, at the presser that just looked depressed the whole time. And this is right around the time Hugh Grant had that sex scandal with the prostitute.
Oh, okay.
And then so they asked Paul Rudd, like, oh, so you're not gonna go partying out with Hugh Grant or anything? And Paul Rudd said, oh, nah, but I used the same prostitute. And he said everyone was kind of horrified except the guy that was grumpy the whole time. He said he started laughing. But so that just kind of shows why you love Paul Rudd and why we're rooting for Ant-Man. It's random to see him in a superhero movie, but
It's great because
he did well.
He doesn't have to get in shape or anything. He can
He's just Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd and just shrink.
Which actually, I was talking to Matt on the way out here too. Is the Lego set that they put out for this movie kind of put out a spoiler? Is he's gonna be able to not just be Ant-Man, is he's also gonna be able to be Giant Man? So he's gonna be able to, which is another reason why the Hulk could have been in it.
Maybe, yeah. There's that.
But yeah, so there's my.
And it gets too
random.
expensive.
Yeah, it's always too expensive.
If Deadpool was in this, he'd be like, looks like you can't afford the Hulk or Thor.
They couldn't even have Deadpool in this. I feel like it just. I feel like he steals the show too much.
He would.
There's just.
If they put him in like the Wolverine movie, he'd steal the show.
Yeah.
Just because he's too funny and
And it gets expensive.
Yeah. But so, anything else about the trailer now, again?
That's all I can remember. That one guy dies, Don Cheadle.
I wonder if he is going to die. A lot of speculation I've seen so far is saying, like, someone's probably going to die. It could be Captain America dying and Bucky becomes Captain America. I don't feel like they would kill, or like, Tony Stark could die because Robert Downey Jr. doesn't want to do it anymore. But I don't think...
Yeah, I heard he's getting done with these movies.
I don't think...
Why? You see his paychecks.
Yeah, I don't think they would kill either Tony Stark or Captain America. I think they would either kill Bucky or Rhodey.
Someone that no one gives a shit about?
Doesn't care as much about. Doesn't care as much about.
Yes.
And then also it would give the main characters more motivation moving forward and kind of something to be sad and like strengthen them more. So like so in the future, like moving forward, it's like gotta do this for my best friend that died. Like kind of that fuel to your fire to move forward. I think they would do that more than killing off a major character, like one of the stars.
Like he said.
One of the things I've heard about that though is I've heard that Captain America deal his deal's coming up with Marvel. So, not Steve. I was gonna call it actor Steve Rogers. What's the guy's name?
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans. He's up. His deal's up. So, and he doesn't want to renew either. So.
I wonder why though. They have the
I know.
Infinity War movie coming up.
Yeah.
I figured just write it till that. But then again, that ends up till when does that come out? Like 2019.
Jesus.
Yeah, 3 more years of that.
I'm sorry. I don't feel bad for those guys.
No.
I mean, make those movies because you're making people happy, and look at the paycheck you're making, man.
Nah, stop giving me millions.
Yeah,
of
but they
dollars.
might just be personally sick of it.
Yeah.
Like they might just personally want to do something else.
I'm personally sick of Costco, but I go every day.
You got a choice. They got a choice.
I don't. They're in Costco.
Yeah, I think it's a creative thing. Like you want to make more movies, and another thing is, I think the only person that likes doing superhero movies a lot is Hugh Jackman. Even though I know he's ending Wolverine, is because when you're in a superhero movie, that's your life. Because you got to put in the 6 months or whatever,
Train.
2 hours a day, 3 hours a day. I don't know how long they do it in the gym. So I guess that gets tiring, because especially if you have to keep that up.
Mm-hmm.
I can understand doing it for like one superhero movie because I'm gonna work out for 6 months, work on this movie, and it's done, and I get a break where I don't have to do that. But now since they keep cranking these out, you got to do it and then go back at it over and over again.
Are you suggesting that you want Fat Pratt back?
Fat Pratt's funny. Although Chris Pratt, you're a badass either way.
Yeah, no, I get you though, man.
But so I guess they could get tired of that too. I don't want to work out so much. Let me just.
I never get tired of going to the gym.
Me either.
Anyway, That was
That was Captain America: Civil War.
Chris Pratt.
Let's go on to our next superhero movie.
I don't even count Star-Lord as a superhero. Is he really a superhero?
Who?
Star-Lord. He's in the Marvel movies. I could say
He's
superhero.
cool.
But he's a superhero?
He's got a mask.
He's not a superhero. Alright, let's move on.
He's got a mask and a gun.
Let's talk about The Room. I'm just kidding.
The Room. Sorry, Tom.
Not the Oscar-nominated film.
Which is
The
really
one
good,
where
by
they're
the
just in a room and it sucks.
Let's talk about some Batman v Superman.
Yeah, that's coming out. And I don't think we've talked about it yet. So
We've
let's.
never talked as far as I watched the
Matt
show.
does think we've talked about
I
it.
feel like we have.
I don't think we have. I don't think we have.
I don't think we have.
We just talked about the Joker and Suicide Squad like a month ago.
Well, then let's cut down to brass tacks and get started. You want to start us off?
Batman vs Superman. An idea that sounded fucking terrible about 10 years ago. Man, do you know they were gonna make Batman vs Superman after Batman and Robin? Or no, wait, or was it they were gonna make it instead of Batman and Robin? One of the two. But they were gonna make it back then.
Wow.
Do you know how bad that would have been?
That would have been.
That would have been a disaster. Like, this movie doesn't look like it's gonna be like amazing or anything, but it really, wow, it looks better than it probably would have back then.
Would it have had Nick Cage Superman?
It may have. Oh yeah, Nick Cage.
Totally
Sure.
had that Tim Burton.
Cage. It would have totally had Nick Cage Superman.
Kind of sad we don't have that movie.
I'm the son of Krypton.
Okay, so about this movie. Oh
Use my
god,
laser
a lot
vision to
of
destroy
hype.
Texans.
You're the Superman fan.
Yeah, I'm the Superman. I'm really excited about this. I love comic fights between Batman and Superman. I know this is kind of based on the Dark Knight Returns, Frank Miller, Batman v Superman. So I know how the fight's gonna. I probably know how the fight's gonna go. I'm still excited for it. I hope Superman wins, but I'm excited. Really hope it's good. What was I gonna say? Some people are weird about Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. I think it'll be funny. He will be a little weird. It'll be funny. And I mean,
That's kind of my problem though. It'll be funny.
It'll be funny. Well, I don't know, because I know they want to go for like a darker tone in these movies, but if there's some comedy in there, I don't care. I just want Superman to be fine. They can mess up anybody else, but Superman's fun. Try not to screw him up. So.
Why can't everything be good, you know? But I
Can't
don't know.
win
I thought they're doing a lot of cool things with this movie, like how Batman has a suit that actually fights Superman. So and then he has that transmitter that.
I
makes
really
his
like.
voice
I really
weird.
like the voice thing.
Yeah, I thought that was cool, and I actually like how his suit looks. It looks really like. I don't know how to explain it, but it looks really cool, and I like how
so the Superman fighting suit or his actual bat suit?
It was actual bat suit.
Okay,
it looks really cool, and I like how when he shows him fighting bad guys, that he's very fluid and he's kicking ass that way. I thought he looked really
After all these years, even though they put out in the trailer, like he's been doing it for a long time and he's getting old.
Yeah, but it's hard to just see Ben Affleck as Bruce Wayne. For me personally, like I don't know.
I know it's
We're just so used to him being shitty for so many decades that you almost like 90s you wants to be like, oh god, what the fuck, dude?
And that's all that was too, because like he's done well with his last few movies. I know you hated it, but I loved The Town. There was Argo. God,
Yeah,
I couldn't
that was
think
really
about
good.
Argo.
That made me a
I know
Ben
he liked
fan.
Argo.
It made me a Ben fan.
Yeah, so he directed and starred in that movie. So
I've been a Ben fan since Geely. No,
Really?
no one has. What? Don't believe it.
him and Jennifer Lopez, right?
Let's not talk about it.
I think we should have a whole segment on it. No, but
Yeah, I like his suit. It's very the fights. So, like I said, it's like the comic. Have you read the comic?
mhm.
So he has like the suit where he fights Superman. So I think that's cool. I'm hoping they get all the Justice League tie-ins good. I hope it's not like one character comes in and it's like they spend too much time on it almost, because then you just get a long movie with not everything, like it's all over the place.
Don't worry, Wonder Woman will have very minimal time on screen.
No, it's not even. I don't even think I don't have any fear of like Wonder Woman's part messing it up. I feel like because they're gonna have everybody else. They're gonna have Aquaman. They're gonna have Cyborg. They're gonna have the Flash. Like I think everybody but Green Lantern.
They really canned him. Huh?
Yeah, so
Is the Flash is the same actor as the TV show?
no, the Flash is gonna be Ezra Miller.
Why did they do that? Why don't they just get the guy from the show?
I don't know.
I don't know. That was more.
You gotta keep them
Go
separate.
talk to Ben Affleck first.
Yeah.
I don't know why he
He's
is.
at the helm of this movie.
He's important. He can get something done.
Sorry, that's how you do is Matt Damon. No, but yeah, Ezra Miller is what's he? He's from The Perks of Being a Wallflower. You see that one?
It is.
Which guy is it?
He's not the main guy, not Logan Lerman.
The gay
Oh.
guy?
I
Yeah.
remember.
Oh, okay.
It's the long hair. I think he'll be a good. Is he Barry Allen? I think he's Barry Allen. I always they always choose between Wally West or Barry Allen a lot and things. So I'm always like, is he gonna be Barry Allen? But I think he's gonna be Barry Allen.
So this is a Justice League movie.
Yeah, well, it's Dawn of Justice is the subtitle. It's Batman versus. You know, I was kind of hoping this movie came out back when they first hinted at it in I Am Legend. Do you remember I Am Legend? You know? In I Am Legend, when Will Smith is walking, he walks by a billboard with it's pretty much the same logo, really. It's the Superman logo and the Batman logo, and it's all it is, and it says like I don't know when did I Am Legend come out? I think it said like something 2010. So it was like, is that a? I remember seeing that.
I was gonna say, were people like shitting their pants? I don't even remember.
I remember seeing that, and I was with my brother that pointed out to me when we saw it, and it's like, I'm like, does that mean they're doing it? Is that like the subtle, hey, look, we're doing it kind of? I was like, yeah, like.
And this was young you, so you were really hoping.
Oh,
for Superman.
I was so stoked for it, like a Batman versus Superman movie. Oh, I've had that debate with people for a long time, and I'm just like, Superman wins. How could Batman? Even I think in the comics too. As long as Batman's caught off guard, Superman will win. But it's hard to catch Batman off guard because Batman just plans for it. He's like, well, he's got this, so I'm gonna make kryptonite in some way, and
he's very smart. League of Shadows.
And he's got money.
Yeah, and he's got money, so.
League of Shadows.
But if
this has nothing to do with Chris Nolan's movies, huh? Is this like a totally different Batman?
Oh, yeah, it's totally
different. Okay.
It's a totally different universe.
Wait, but they did try to get Christian Bale though at one point, right?
Well, I think he said that it wouldn't work. His Batman wouldn't work in this universe.
Yeah.
He also came out and said that he was a bad Batman.
Yeah, he did. He came out and said he was a shitty Batman, which I think he was probably the best Batman.
I thought he was fine.
I thought he was good.
I actually really liked his Bruce Wayne too. That's when Ben Affleck was cast, I was like, I don't know how he'd be as Batman, but I kind of seeing like a lot of Ben Affleck's more dramatic roles as of late. I thought he'd be a good Bruce Wayne, so I was like, I don't have any worries about him as Bruce Wayne. But Batman, on the other hand, I don't know, because that's what it is when you take on these kind of roles. Is you're kind of taking on two parts. You're taking on the hero part and then their secret identity part. So it's like you gotta have both, and sometimes you can only play one.
And the guy that looks like they got to play Alfred looks pretty good. I mean,
Jeremy Irons, yeah.
He's not Michael Caine. Or the guy from the animated series. He's not the guy from the animated
they're getting J. Jonah Jameson to be Commissioner Gordon.
Oh, that's right, J.K. Simmons is going to be Commissioner Gordon.
He's great, but what a downgrade from Gary Oldman.
Yeah, and also he's not J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah. Jesus, he was born to play that role.
Dude, they better not touch on that.
They
movie.
can't.
Like unless they get him again. But if they try to touch on that without him, it's gonna be a fail, dude.
That's how they knew that in the Amazing Spider-Man 2 when all J. Jonah Jameson is the text bubble.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, give me Pixel Spider-Man. Like it's just they knew they couldn't fix or replace it or anything, so they just made up a little text bubble.
And I really hope he actually texted him. Like it was what's his name? J.K. Simmons.
They gave him a phone and just like text his number real quick.
He's great. Gary Oldman was a really good Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah,
and he is J. Jonah Jameson. Like that's just.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird, but I think I'll still like it. I'll be.
Yeah. I mean, look at Whiplash. He could be.
Well, I mean, in like he's a great actor, but I'm saying in a superhero realm. Yeah, it's J. Jonah Jameson.
He is J. Jonah Jameson.
Give me pics of Superman.
Doesn't work quite as well.
Clark, give me a picture of Superman.
Where does this fight take place? Does it take place in Gotham?
That's a good question.
Or where does Superman live?
Metropolis.
Is that what the city's called?
Yeah.
What is his home planet called?
Krypton.
Okay, that's right.
I think it's Gotham. I want to say it's Gotham, which is so it's more. Why
the hell's Superman?
No, it could be Metropolis because of Lex Luthor.
That makes more sense. But then, Bruce Wayne's just there so he can fight him. I'm assuming.
Yeah, but I was just thinking they wouldn't want to fight in Metropolis again because Superman destroyed Metropolis in the last movie.
Well, in the trailer it shows Batman's in Metropolis because he's with that little young girl while the building is falling.
Oh, but yeah, because he was there in the last movie, during the last movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know if they'd want to fight Metropolis again. Or if they would take it to Gotham, I don't know.
Yeah, could have been rebuilt.
So who are they teaming up to fight in this movie?
Doomsday.
Doomsday, I think Lex Luthor is also still does something. He's the bad guy, and I think they're gonna have Darkseid in it, or they're gonna hint at him. I think he's gonna be the Thanos of the Justice League movies, where it's like they're gonna introduce him kind of, and then work their way towards.
So, like other previous DC movies, is this one gonna Not the whole movie, but like the whole thing they're trying to do with Justice League and everything.
Oh, maybe, probably. I don't want to say probably.
No, you said it for
I was gonna say probably.
Probably gonna suck. Because look at.
But I don't want it to suck.
I don't want it to suck either. I want every movie.
Great.
I want every movie to be good, but it's still like you have to just keep looking at things they've done. Besides like the Batman trilogy, man, DC movies can be pretty shitty sometimes.
Like what?
Looks at the camera like I'm on The Office.
I think he walked out of Green Lantern. He likes everything.
Me and my dad walked out.
Every
of that.
movie.
My dad paid for that and we walked out. I couldn't believe that.
It was really shitty in his defense.
Yeah, I think that's why they're not going to touch on it until like I heard they might not touch on Green Lantern until Justice League 2.
He's buried himself like that shit.
Like they're gonna keep that. I'm excited to still see Jason Momoa's Aquaman. I want to see how they tie him into this.
I don't want to see like tie Aquaman into anything.
Is he gonna speak Dothraki?
It's called fish.
How is he? So does Aquaman come on land too?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's
okay.
Is it Barnacle Man or Mermaid
Barnacle
Man?
Barnacle Mermaid.
Does he look like that?
No. You haven't seen how he looks. He looks pretty cool.
I've seen like an old cartoon.
He doesn't look like comic.
He looks native, right?
Yeah, he looks more like I guess the way. Have you seen the Disney movie Atlantis?
Yes.
The kind of like how they look in that movie.
Fox?
More than
okay.
More than Aquaman does in the comics with like the orange shirt.
Is anyone pissed or does no one give a shit?
I think it looks fine. I don't know if people are pissed.
Okay.
I think it looks fine.
Are there any big diehard fans of Aquaman?
Maybe.
Yeah.
There's
got to be someone.
How does he still exist?
You just got to throw him in there.
The only way he exists
Who
is
the fuck's Hawkeye? I've never heard of him, and he was in the Avengers movies.
That's true. But he never had a.
But they made Aquaman super cool in the recent comics. Like he's in a lot of cool stuff where he like.
Is he gonna be in this movie?
Brings sharks out. Aquaman.
Yeah.
They're
all gonna be in this movie.
Yeah, pretty much everyone's gonna. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know how they're gonna tie it all in. If certain cameos are gonna be bigger than others, but they're gonna have. Like introduce them all in some way. So they're gonna have Aquaman, Flash, and Cyborg, and Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is gonna have probably the biggest part out of any of the smaller cameos.
Once again, they did a huge disservice to themselves by not leaving that as a big surprise.
I think the bigger one was when they said Doomsday's gonna be in it because Doomsday's a big.
Oh, I never heard of that guy.
He kills.
He's the guy from the comics that.
He's the one that kills him.
Yeah.
He used to have that comic actually.
Which is interesting, on why he's just here now. He's more of a. He's sometimes a Justice League villain, but he's more a Superman villain than anything else. And they just kind of like, oh, here he is.
If they mess up Superman again, is that just going to be another one to just add to the pile?
Well, the guy that got for Superman now is actually pretty good.
Yeah, Henry Cavill's not bad. I just think they should not have Zack Snyder on it, but let's not.
Yeah, he's doing. Yeah, I'm going to be completely honest. I could make a hell of a trailer, but.
And the way his movies look are cool, but it's
they are really cool.
You can't connect.
But they're not really that good. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about his movies.
Sucker Punch was awesome. Besides the story.
The fight scenes were great.
Hey, 300, which is just one big.
And
fight
that
scene,
was cool. But even watching it now, I don't know. It's not as cool as I remember.
I was in high school.
Yeah.
That hit me right in the high school. You know.
Yeah, same.
I think it'll be fine.
He's doing Batman vs Superman?
Yeah, he also did Superman.
Yeah, he also did Man of Steel.
That wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad. It's the best Superman we've gotten so far, so I mean...
Chris Nolan.
You know, we did touch on...
Superman.
We touched on Man of Steel. I think that's what you're thinking of. We never talked about Batman and Superman. We talked about Man of Steel a little bit.
Did we?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're talking about the Dragon Ball Z fight.
Briefly, yeah.
Okay.
But, yeah, so... I'm
sure we'll talk about it more in depth and how we felt when it comes out.
A couple weeks.
Yeah, it comes out the 25th.
Everybody's really hyped for this movie.
Which is crazy that it's already coming out, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, I remember waiting for this, like, I don't know, over a year ago. And being like, it's coming out in a year. It's going to wait forever.
If I was 14, I would be shitting my pants.
Oh, yeah. If this had come out before, like, the oversaturation of superhero movies, I would be ecstatic. But I've just
I think that's why I was hyped for it when I saw it in I Am Legend.
Oh, yeah. If I would have noticed that...
I was like, man, Batman versus Superman. Oh, my... Because that's, like, one of the, like, fabled comic book fights forever.
Yeah.
Like, who's going to win, even though it's... Superman wins. Batman only wins because you don't want Superman to win because it's too easy for him. That's the only reason Superman loses. I'm going to be honest there. Otherwise, he wins 10 times.
Superman has lost where it counts in the movie department. Batman trumped Superman in that category.
But like, how does anybody gonna beat the Hulk? Like,
Yeah, all they really have is Thor. They can just. I feel like Hulk's only bad guy is just a replica of the Hulk, but evil.
The Abomination, when they did that with the Ed Norton movie, that was awesome.
That was a
that
good
cool.
movie.
I wish they kept Edward Norton as.
Yeah, I heard he was just a dick.
I like Mark Ruffalo though.
Yeah,
But
he's
Edward
good.
Norton was really good.
Mark Ruffalo kind of looks like Lou Ferrigno too. So
Yeah, that's true. I think they still, for some reason, like have Lou Ferrigno do the voice of the Hulk.
he does all the screaming and stuff.
Yeah, he's like, oh,
Are you
that's cool.
serious?
Yeah.
The grunts.
That's awesome.
Yeah, which is cool, to take care of everyone.
I like people who go, the Hulk looks too fake. Looks like a computer. You want the old Hulk in there? You know how funny that would look? Are you kidding me?
Have you been seeing that meme that's on Facebook and shit, where it's the Hulk and he throws the tree?
I don't understand.
It's so funny. It's like Lou Ferrigno obviously holding like a plastic tree, and it's like this. It's one frame, and it shows him go like this, and then it shows the next frame, and it's the tree just going like far away. It's all God.
You know the movie sucked? The first Hulk.
Oh, Eric Bana?
Yeah.
Eric Bana's Hulk?
When he fought the dogs, it was cool.
But see, that was like all you can remember from that movie.
Yeah, that's
It was a weird movie.
It wasn't that good.
Well, back to Batman vs Superman.
Yeah, we're going to get to Marvel somehow.
Getting a lot of superhero flashbacks right now.
Well, just like all these other movies, our conversation is just too saturated with all these superheroes.
Yeah.
So many, man.
Because like, especially with this movie, that's why I'm a little scared, because DC hasn't swung at this lots of superheroes in one movie before,
Yeah.
like Marvel has. Because I remember seeing the Avengers, and we were all kind of like, how are they gonna give everyone their screen time and
They
everything?
figured it
I
out.
think the
They
first one
figured
did
it
it
out.
really appropriately.
No,
Yeah.
they figured it out for sure. So you just hope that DC can do the same thing here. But the only thing that I kind of have problems with is I hope they don't really give a shit about these other guys, because I just want to see Superman and Batman duke it out.
Mhm.
Yeah. But they got to build on it just a little bit.
They do.
But I think it's going to be long, too. I think it'll probably be just as long as Civil War will be. Because they have, based on the trailer alone, they have way too many things to touch on. They got to set up a whole new Batman. They got to set up, what's it called? They got to set up him fighting Superman. They got to set up Wonder Woman coming in, them fighting with Wonder Woman, fighting each other, fighting Doomsday, fighting... They got a lot to cover in like 2.5 hours.
So they're gonna do a standalone Batman after this?
I think at some point. I heard that they want, if they do make standalone Batman movies, they want Ben Affleck to direct them.
Oh,
So, I mean, if he could take it in a direction far away from Zack Snyder, that would be fantastic. But yeah, so that's Batman vs. Superman. I'm sure we'll give more opinions in 2 weeks when it comes out. Or next week, because it'll be the week of the 11th. No,
When it comes out, we'll be talking
yeah,
about it.
yeah, we'll make it another episode. But the next trailer I think we're going to talk about is the Lonely Islands movie.
The last superhero movie we're gonna talk about today.
The last...
Got burnt out on superheroes right now.
Yeah, but it's the Lonely Islands new movie with Judd Apatow. It's Pop Star. The subtitle is Never Stop, Never Stopping. The Red Band trailer for this just came out, and I think it looks pretty funny.
Yeah, it looks pretty funny.
It reminds me of that tennis thing they did on HBO.
Oh, 7 Days in Hell with him
Oh my
and Kit Harington.
God, that was hilarious.
That was really fun.
Them just playing tennis. The Lonely Island's funny. I love their humor. Andy Samberg has been good. Glad to see him doing something else besides Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I know it's a popular show, but I just haven't watched it.
I watched it. It's funny.
Yeah. So, but I mean, I want to see Andy Samberg do bigger things again.
Yeah,
so
I
it'll be
get you.
fun. Loved Hot Rod. So I just want another funny movie like Hot Rod.
Let's talk about Hot Rod.
It's like we're gonna do a whole special segment on Hot Rod. This episode's gonna be 2
I
hours.
love Hot Rod.
It's great. But I think this show looks really funny. To me, it makes like obviously it has the jokes on pop stars and how like they're ego driven and all that. I think it actually pokes a lot of fun at Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Cause like a guy has a big entourage, not that great. Like, and I like that they have the part in the song where it's like I'm so humble, like him saying he's humble, but he's totally not. And it's like all his entourage and how they like come up and how he's or I like each of the Lonely Islands characters. So you got Andy Samberg, who's the pop star himself. His name's Connor, for real. Connor, the number 4, real. And he's like the pop star. And then you got Yorma, who's like his DJ, because DJs are so big. And then you have Akiva, who's just like, he's his, what? Did they say he's the lyricist, but he's like a shop, he's like a wood shop kind of guy with a beard. He's like, it's my mask. Oh, it's still me. Like, it's a shitty
You know who I
mask.
hope has a cameo in this? Michael Bolton.
Oh, the Jack Sparrow
Dude,
song
that would be
is one of
awesome.
my favorite Lonely Island songs.
This is the tale Cabinets. It was so funny. That was kind of weird, but we're back in the club.
I think it'll be funny. I didn't know they were making this, and then it was just like, oh, here's the trailer.
Hopefully Michael Bolton did.
Yeah, he's
Right.
a major cinephile. He just told us about this morning, like before we filmed.
Yeah, I was like, we should talk about it. Did you have any other thoughts on it?
No, it looks like it'd be funny. Just, typical Andy Samberg, Lonely Island, those digital shorts they used to do. Remember those on SNL?
Yeah, those are some.
Kind of looks like one of those, just, glorified version. Probably pretty funny, I think. And the music, the Lonely Island music is really funny.
Do you think it'll be a musical where they'll have actual music in it, or do you think?
Oh, yeah. I'm sure there'll be songs. Maybe not full-blown musical numbers, but there'll be definitely some comedic, like rap songs, over-exaggerating,
Because that's what they're good at. That's what they're really good at.
You can't say it's like the Lonely Islands movie and not do it, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, I was actually surprised that it wasn't just a Lonely Island movie.
That's what I thought it was.
So, when you showed me the trailer, I was
when it's like, I know how it makes sense. Like, did you see the trailer for the Lonely Island? It's like, oh, it's like how they come together or something like that. And then it's Judd Apatow produced, so obviously you're going to get a really hard lesson about life at the end.
Which we really don't need for a Lonely Island movie.
Especially about pop stars. What is it? Jesus.
What is he going to teach us?
What
more can you teach us, Judd?
they're people too.
But I don't know. I think it looks pretty good. Andy Samberg's really funny. I like.
He's very funny.
I root for him. He's one of the guys I root for.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of guys, but. So I'm gonna probably like this movie regardless.
Did you say he's one of the guys I root for, which is a lot of guys?
Yeah, I root for a lot of.
He really
of
does.
guys. Paul Rudd.
Not Green Lantern.
I rooted for. I bought his ticket, didn't I?
Yeah, but how?
You said your dad did.
30 minutes.
Damn it.
How long was it? How long was it before you guys walked out?
It was deep into the movie.
Okay, so
like
really? Like at least an hour?
Yeah.
Oh, I was ready for you to be like, what's your name? Hal Jordan. No, I'm done. The second he gets like the ring.
No. We gave him some track. I think it was when he used his Green Lantern power to make a slide.
Or when he makes like the car and the Hot Wheels track.
I personally shut it off when I was watching on HBO when he punches him and he flies in the sky. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I forget if that what part it is, but Green Lantern gets punched and he goes flying. I'm like, this fucking sucks.
Well, Green Lantern's always kind of sucked. I mean, even when he first started, the Green Lantern guy used to make a bucket of water and just like...
Is that real? That was a
and
joke.
make people slip. Yeah, I mean, like, I know, like, with movies...
That's such a cool power.
Yeah, I know. Like, with movies, like, they couldn't make a Green Lantern movie for a while because, like, oh, you gotta stay away from it. We don't have the technology yet. But as a comic illustrator, you can draw whatever you want, and you're choosing this guy to make a bucket of water to make people slip.
Yeah. Well, the reason why we're discussing that is because this ties into the Lonely Island movie. In the Lonely Island movie, he's joining
The Avengers.
Judd Apatow's life lesson is don't put the Green Lantern in things. But yeah, so that's the trailer for Pop Star, Never Stop, Never Stop.
A lot of cameos, huh?
Yeah, it's got Sarah Silverman, Tim Meadows.
Sheen.
Are we getting a Kenny Powers cameo? Do you think he's in it?
I hope so. Dan McBride adds a lot of comedy to things. I'd love to see it. Who else was in it? Bill Hader has a really good part as the roadie. I got back on track here, and he's he dies. He looks dying.
Bill Hader's always funny.
Yeah, he was good in Hot Rod 2.
Hot Rod 2.
I
fucking hate that joke. I'm sorry, Jesse. I fucking hate that. I don't hate it, but it's just like, you know what I meant.
Oh, you hate that? You serious?
I do it to this guy all the time.
Doing that shit
oh my god.
God damn it.
Tell me it's good. It was worth checking out. So I think we were about, we're at that time where we give our Netflix picks.
Ooh, this is going to be a tough one.
Is it?
It sure is.
So,
alright, I'll start it off.
We'll start it off. Daniel started off.
Yeah. ESPN's 30 for 30 with the Chicago Bears. I didn't have a whole lot of time this week, and I watched ESPN's 30 for 30 with the Chicago Bears. It's a really good. 30 for 30 is really good.
It's always good, but
it's hilarious.
Fuck about the Bears.
Yeah,
we're nowhere near Chicago.
You know, they have really good. They have good ones. Like I've watched the Bo Jackson one, and
the Magic AIDS one was really good. It was really sad. It was terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what's a good one? Is the Len Bias one is really good too.
Yeah, and the Bosworth one was really good.
Yeah, those are good.
The Miami one's really good.
I don't know sports.
Another one is really good is the USC. As you can tell, it's a jump cut, and I'm getting text now. But yeah, so USC 30 for 30 was really good. I'm usually not the guy that has to come in after the camera stops, as you can see. So, Matt, what's your Netflix pick?
It's the 30 for 30 with
With Batman vs Superman.
My Netflix pick is going to be the DC animated movie Justice League Flashpoint Paradox. That's DC's. Although we said their movies have been hit and miss and all that lately, their animated movies are really well done. This is a really awesome storyline. I love the Flashpoint storyline in the comics. It's basically about the Flash using his powers. It's Barry Allen going back and stopping the murder of his mom. And so what he doesn't realize is saving his mom causes a butterfly effect that causes so many other things to be different. He's no longer the Flash. Bruce Wayne has died instead of his parents. Superman lands in Metropolis instead of
Kansas.
Instead of Smallville, and so it has like a ripple effect that causes all these things to change, and it leads to this huge conflict with Reverse Flash, and that I can't remember if Aquaman's a bad guy. Aquaman is also there's a conflict with Aquaman and Wonder Woman that causes all of them to come together and fight. It's really interesting, and I such a great alternate universe kind of storyline, so it's definitely worth checking out. DC Universe.
I mean, you gotta back you up on that. I mean, the Batman animated series is one of the greatest cartoons of all time. So.
Yeah, that was really good.
They don't do bad on cartoons.
They don't.
They did the Red Hood one was really good too.
The Red Hood is really good. That's another one. Justice League Doom. I don't know if that's still on
Nice, yeah.
Netflix. That's a really good one.
You gotta save these for when we run out of Netflix days.
They'll forget. You'll forget. And then so Justice League, check out Justice League Flashpoint Paradox.
You know, every time you say Barry Allen, I think of who's Barry Badger. Who's Barry Badger?
I should put him on our team then. That's how it's gonna work in the Justice League. Who's Barry Allen? We should put him on our team then. Put him on our Justice League.
Man. I'm gonna go with Treasure Planet by Disney.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good movie.
I've actually know a little bit about that because I played Disney Scene It with my girlfriend's family, and
Oh, really?
I'm the only one that was able to get that one right, and it was on accident.
That's a good movie.
And I was like, "This looks like Treasure Island."
I don't think anyone liked it. Actually, I don't know if anyone liked it. I think nobody saw it.
That's cool. He's got like
that happens in movies.
He's got that board he like flies on.
Yeah, it's pretty much treasure.
Was it Morph? The little alien thing?
Oh yeah.
Got that little guy. That's cool. I like
I used to think I didn't know I thought Muppet Treasure Island started the whole Treasure Island thing because I used to own the VHS of Muppet Treasure Island. So I went in seeing it and I went, holy shit, this is like Muppet Treasure Island. I don't understand. Then I realized it was like a actual story.
Were you waiting for Tim Curry to come out?
Kind of. I was kind of like, what the hell? Like, this is weird. They're copying a Muppets movie? Oh, that's my pick.
Muppet Treasure Island is a good one. All right, so
ESPN's 30 for 30 Treasure Island.
DC animated Flashpoint Paradox.
Oh, we're re-saying them, and then Treasure Island. Treasure Planet, I mean.
Treasure Island. Muppet Treasure Island, too, if it's on there somewhere.
Well, the real one I chose was the 30 for 30 for the 1985 Bears, not 30 for 30 Treasure Island.
Wait, I didn't say it as a joke.
Yeah, I said it as a joke, and then Matt repeated it. And then I was like, oh, so we're repeating ours? And I was like, alright, so I should probably actually say the one I chose. Alright,
you know what other one's a good one? The Michael Jordan one's a pretty good one when he goes and plays baseball.
Dude, there's a lot of good 30 for 30s. I'll crank those ones out for all my Netflix picks.
30 for 30 is all on Netflix.
I'll do the next 30 for 30 episodes for the 30 for 30.
Alright, so that's going to wrap it up for us here at Silver Screen Show before we name more 30 for 30s. Hope to see you next time.
See you,
I'll see you later.
Love you guys.
What theme song are you going to acapella today? You did it last time.
Oh,
no, wait.